Carl and Brendan here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhbl.com for short, and it's Bloodstock reaction time, and got to be up there as one of the most fascinating bands to be playing on the EMP stage, perhaps all weekend, or across all the stages weekend, is MAB, M-A-B, playing Friday of the festival on the EMP stage. And I say fascinating purely because, unlike a lot of bands on these stages, a lot of bands at the festival, this band goes all the way back to 1996. Put it this way, the video we're about to watch on YouTube is 18 years old, which is insane. I can't tell you much more than that. It suggests that they might be influenced by grunge and metal, according to the sort of Bloodstock thing. But when they relocated to London in 2001, they got dubbed as New Dark Dream meets mixture of metal, gothic, and psychedelic atmosphere. Okay, that makes at least a little bit more sense. A little bit more sense. I have no idea what that will sound like to kick together. But basically, it seems like their heyday was in the late 90s, early noughties. They had an album, Nougat. Is that nougat? Nougat as in the sweet. Nougat.
Does appear to be, yeah.
Yeah, 1998. Then Decay in 2007 and Illusion in 2011. Yeah, that's really about it.
Yeah.
15-year hiatus.
50, yeah.
So they returned to live performance. Yeah, live performances in 2023, which was actually at the Boston Music Room in Tufnell Park in London, downstairs at the Dome as it's known now. I know nothing, but I am fascinated.
Yeah, so am I. I don't know anything either. I clicked on it because the name stands out anyway, and then the band photo stands out, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, this is going to be very...
The story stands out. So
let's hope the music stands out. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go.
Balla bella ballerina, balla bella ballerina, balla da sola.
Oh, I'm so confused.
Oh. Okay. Well, I do apologize, folks, for the momentary blip, or it's just me, but Brendan's Zoom has been, well, weirdly crashing in and out, and it's done it again. No, you back?
Seconds and switch into another Wi-Fi. It might blip, but it'll be back on.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, let's see if it's more stable now. Well, there was a lot.
Yeah. Oh my goodness me. I'm fascinated. Filled with admiration for the unique, and not just the uniqueness, but the uniqueness of when it was first around, and the fact that they're back now and clearly got a decent enough following behind them. I'm fascinated to see how this is going to go down at Bloodstock, let alone on the EMP stage, because there's many elements that immediately are appealing. You know, it has got a punk spirit, and it's got such weird, but so weird, so bloody weird. I wanna, but you know what, this, folks, we don't just do these videos for content on the YouTube channel, you know, reviews of the songs for the channel. It's also for us. This is an opportunity for us to hear some songs from bands that in the build up to it that we might not necessarily find across and stuff like that. And this is a good example of that for me perfectly. In one song, just with one song, I am now 99% sure, unless they're clashing with someone else, going to check out a little bit of this band and hopefully then just become so enamored with it that I'm there all for the rest of it, for the rest of my time, and just loving what they do. Based off this one particular track. It's weird, it's a little bit wonderful. At times, I wasn't too sure if I liked it. Other times, I thought it was the best thing I've ever heard. Two completely constantly jumping back and forward, going, oh, I'm not too sure about that. Oh, no, I love that. Oh, I'm not too sure about that. Oh, I love that. The beginning with this sort of operatic vocals and thinking, where are we going with this? To then kind of diving into a very dirty, very grungy, very punky kind of vibe to it with those vocals that are clean but have this kind of slightly growlishness to the back of them, particularly in certain words and stuff like that. Took me a moment to work out what it was. I was thinking, what is the official language of Sardinia? It's Italian. It's Italian, so that's why but that worked for me. Didn't bother me, you know, worked for me perfectly fine. I would say it's probably a little too long. A little bit too long. I reckon chop down a bit, a little bit tighter here and there, be more effective, because it does start to drag a little bit near the end. I noticed I wasn't quite as engaged as I was, say, halfway through it compared to how I was at the end. But I'm struggling to say anything about whether or not I think it's good or bad. I think it's really interesting, and I enjoyed it for the most part. I want to know more. Basically, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I mean, yeah, I was just sort of mouth open for lots of it. I didn't really understand an awful lot of what was going on. For quite a simple mind, and you know, as I've mentioned on many videos before, tend to, you know, like a bit of structure and stuff like that. Like musically, it had plenty of structure. Don't get me wrong, but it was just I think also because it was a video, there was almost more going on because you've got the visuals of the video combined with the quirkiness and oddities within the music. So it kind of hits you with a double whammy. But I also think like maybe that helps because I don't know if it's the first time I'd ever heard of him and it was record only. Like I wasn't getting the full picture. I don't know if I would have like got it at all. So I find it very interesting. I like a lot of the elements of it as well. I like the opera bits. I like the vocals. I like the kind of general sort of style of the music. Even though it's a lot, I'm also 100% agree with you. Like I couldn't honestly say whether I like it because I feel it's interesting and different, or I like it because it's like, oh my God, this is great music. I don't know where I sit at all with that yet. I do think it's aged very well. It doesn't
Good
sound like a song
shout.
from 20 years ago, you know, which is good, which is cool. You know, I like how they look as well, like visually, like, do you know what I mean? Like the sort of way that they're dressed and outfits and all that sort of stuff. Like, I think it should be, if nothing else, you know, a really interesting watch. And yeah, I
Nailed
agree.
it
Also,
there.
I wanna see it as well. So I'm very interested in it. They definitely caught my attention.
It's that, and it they really, yeah, this for a first time listen. I mean, I could ease the thing is I could totally, this is what I could totally see from both sides. If someone said to me, oh my God, I'm a huge MAB fan, and this is why, and so on. I would totally get it based off the one track. If someone turned around and said to me, I thought that was terrible, I don't like it for this reason and that reason, that reason, I would totally get it as well. Could easily see this being both ends of the spectrum. And finding those people, we're currently, I think you find us right now sitting roughly in the middle where we liked it, we're intrigued to know more, intrigued to hear more, and certainly to see it in a live environment. I love, you know what, man? The EMP stage, we've done, based off what we've already done in this video package we're doing at the moment, but also based off other bands I know, is looking really freaking strong, but also really unique this year. So super, super stoked for that. Yeah, I think this is definitely one to check out, folks. It's MAB, and it's on Friday. They're playing Friday at the festival on the EMP stage. I have a funny feeling that it's going to be a busy one, because I think there's probably people out there, more people who know this band, either their history more than we do, and it'll draw in people like that who are like, oh my God, MAB are back, I'm going to go check them out, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, though, on that track? What do you think? Are you kind of where we're at? Not too sure yet, but certainly intrigued. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.